transactions, purchase orders. So to enter a purchase order, what are the things we need? We need a vendor. If you have a preferred vendor for certain items, you can directly have the vendor here. Then the items, the location, the where you want to receive the items to. So once you select vendor, the items, if you want to track any expenses regarding the purchases, you can add the purchase expenses here to which account it has to impact, and then what is the amount, who is the customer responsible for that. Okay. And then billing, what are the billing terms on these things will be here. And if you want to send any emails to him or something like that, files or something like that, you can just send him directly from this communication tab. I'll tell you how it works, like email template. So before approval, make it as approval. Then it's here.
In order to get approved, there are certain things the vendor needs to submit.
Yes.
Is there a documentation you can upload and then put it together?
Oh, not like that. It's a purchase order created by some employees in the system.
No, for regarding the vendor, the vendor needs to submit anything, any documentation.
Before coming into the system.
So
yes.
Before the vendor is being approved.
Yeah. You need to submit everything. Like it's not related to NetSuite. It's backend. It's up to the company policies, all the things. It's not coming as a part of NetSuite because we don't know. Like, is this a vendor, trust vendor, or not, untrust vendor? But like,
yeah,
it
the
depends
process.
on the.
Usually, so Netflix doesn't have a process steps to approve a vendor, like any workflow or any authorization. Somebody needs to approve this vendor, or just you.
No. So not like that. Like it's not an approval thing because see, when they give data for us to implement this, they just give the information of vendor. We just put that information into NetSuite and give them.
Yeah, this is existing database. So if we have
Yes.
an existing vendors, we are just putting the vendors. Let's say
Putting the
new
vendors
vendor.
and
So the
let's say
companies usually, let's say somebody wants to sell something to the company, and the vendor need to submit their tax ID, their forms, and
forms. What are the products?
yeah, kind of
Sell.
their tax purpose. The main thing is the
Yes.
because at the end of the year we usually we run 1099s. So for that they need to submit some forms here.
Yes.
So that let's say a new vendor is coming. So how they're going to track the vendor's W9? We call it as a vendor, do it as a W9, and also we will set it as a 1099. So anybody is submitting certain amount of money more than that, it has to be reported to the government.
Yes, yes. We also have this 1099 forms.
Yeah, 1099.
Yeah.
So this is all linked. So before he gets approved, so they need to submit all these things, and then is
Yes,
there
yes,
any
correct.
workflow, yeah, for this vendor set up?
No, we don't have any workflows.
Okay, okay.
Then once the order is placed, it should be like the status should be pending receipt. Then once you receive the thing to particular warehouse, the particular location or something, here you can track landed cost. What do you mean by landed cost? Means like if you are responsible for shipping the items from vendor location to your location, what is the handling charges from their location to our location? Can we have it in the form of landed cost, right? The landed cost based on the quantity, value, and weight, we can calculate the cost of the items like or the products that has been shipped from one location to another location. We can also add the expense of money, how much it has been really put on the landed cost, like for handling from one location to another location. Manually, we can create the expense for that particular vendor. Then we can add here. We can add the transaction directly. The bills will be appearing here. Once we create the bills for that particular um, landed cost in the form of bill, then you can attach the bill here. This is the bill I have spent on this particular items to be transferred. Okay. So I ordered for this ballpoint pens to this particular warehouse. All things are done, set up. Then click on. So once you go to purchase order, the status will be pending bill. Got it? Because we have received the things. And then the next thing will be billing. Before the billing, you can just return. If the product is not good enough, then you can return the product to the vendor before the billing initiates. All the things are pulled up, the accounts, account payables, letter, what's the amount, what's the currency, okay, warehouse item, to which item I'm generating the bill against, billing terms, billing address, all those things will be set up here. Then once you click on save, it create a bill and you can make a payment for that bill. Credit means like if you have any credit memos like credits for the vendor, you can just apply here or you can make directly make payments from your bank account.
Okay. Is there a setup for employee as a vendor or
No.
no? Okay. Sometimes employees provide services and
Yes.
some companies have that. Maybe they will
Employees can be a sales reps.
sales reps. Sales reps is to sell, but sometimes the employees uh, will do some services and
Mhm.
yeah, they will.
And employees, you can find the option where the sales rep gonna be. On the bill payment record, as you know, same as the payment that you have done on the sales order, put all the things like in the place of customer, vendor, here, accounts payable, there it will be account receivables, all those things seen like, then apply which bill you are paying right now. We have two bills against this vendor.
Mm-hmm.
Which bill are you going to pay right now? So apply for this and
Yeah.
then click on save. So on the employee record, when you go to this human resource, you can find this sales role as, you can have this sales rep. Or we don't have any option to make him as a vendor.
Vendor
Yeah.
expense. So the expenses will be if employee spends some money on a trip, marketing
Hmm.
trip or a sales trip, that will be reimbursed as a
Yes.
employee reimbursement.
Yes.
Okay.
And once you click to say bill, bill
Mm-hmm.
pay, then the payment has been done.
And the postings will go automatically to the bank and
Yeah.
then. Okay.
Yes. You can see the GL bank,
Yeah.
see which account has been impacted. Bank accounts, checking account receipt, account payables.
Payables and reverses.
This way there are any discounts, then it will go the discounts accounts.
Mm-hmm.
These are a normal purchase order works. How
Yeah.
it gonna be written? So this is where you can see the recent records. So this is one
The
you
history.
can use. Yeah, you can use of it. Once you go to purchase order, it will be fully billed. The status will be fully billed.
Built. Okay.
All has been done and everything is gone. You can see what are the related records for this particular purchase order, which would be what are the things related records, item receipt, bill, and bill payments. All three, all these three records is related to this purchase order. The bill has been paid in full. So if you don't want the like item, it has been damaged. So if you want to return, then raise the return authorizations for the vendor. Mhm. This is good. So pending approval, make it as approved. No, it's not showing up. Okay, that will be there will be no difference here. Then item, click on save. Yeah, pending return, all the things, items, just click on see. So this return is related to this particular purchase order.
Hmm.
So it would be pending return. Once you ship the items to the vendor, return, it will go to item fulfilled because you are sending the items to the vendor. It's nothing but fulfill. Receipt, item receipt means you are receiving something from others. So to which warehouse it has been done? Where, like, location warehouse, right? From this only we are sending the same item to the vendor back. Item fulfillment has been successfully created. Here in the shipment you can add whatever you want. The shipping address, shipping carrier, the package, what is the package that you want to use for this particular item to be covered up. All those things can be here. Then once you go to return authorization, pending credit. So we have returned the item. So vendor need to pay
Okay.
the amount.
Amount.
Yeah. These all things will be appearing on vendor center. So if you give access to vendor, so you can manage all the orders that has been created, like orders that have been created by us. So we like price and authorization, return authorization, he can approve and then he can do all the stuff background.
Okay.
So bill credit, we are generating a bill credit for this particular vendor, so it can be used in the next transactions.
Hmm.
There is nothing but vendor bill credits.
Yeah.
So once you go here, it will be credited. Once you go to purchase order, it will be only fully billed. Next, what we'll see is like when you create a purchase order or the creation of purchase order or any transaction, like maybe purchase, maybe a sales or invoice, I need to send an email to the customer saying that. So an email has been like a transaction has been created or like sales order has been generated. It will be processed soon like that. Like
Yeah.
how the Amazon will send. For that, we'll use some templates, email templates. We can use we can find the templates here like in documents, files, templates, email templates, whatever templates that you want, like PDF templates for the printing purpose, marketing templates for marketing purpose, all the stuff will be here in the documents. So let's deal with the email templates, something like that. And